Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Above Ruby Studio. I'm here today doing the Tuesday tutorial. Normally you see Megan doing the Tuesday tutorial, but Megan is off. She's taking a little break and she's off creating some really wonderful, wonderful things for all you guys. You're going to be so excited when she comes back in October and has some really super announcements. So Britt and I, for the next 2 weeks, will be doing the Tuesday tutorials. And so today I'm going to be doing my tutorial using the cardstock from the September Club Ruby Designers Club Kit. This is Kaiser Craft paper. It's just beautiful. One side has these beautiful words and sayings, and the other side is a beautiful green paper. Then another is a beautiful floral, and the back side is just a kind of a black textured, and then there's a striped piece with also another green floral, and then a piece of black cardstock. So those are the pieces that I'll be using for my layout today. And what I'm going to be making a layout for are my little kitty cats. So one morning I woke up and opened the front door, and they all went to the front door immediately, and they were watching some kind of bug out in the front on the porch. So it was the first time that all three of them had actually sat together and weren't fighting or trying to bite on each other. So I'm going to start off with my black cardstock. This is going to be the base of the layout. And I'm going to use the striped cardstock layered on top of that black base. So in order for that black to show around the edge, I want to cut off some of the edge of that cardstock. So I'm just going to get out my paper trimmer and cut off, I'm going to cut off about 1/4 inch on one side and on the top. Let's see if that, alright, that, I think I need to cut off just a little bit more off the top. I kind of want that to be centered on that black cardstock. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to round off my corners. So I'm going to use the corner chopper. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch edge, and I'm just going to round off the corners on each edge of that striped cardstock. There we go. So now it looks like that. Okay, so this will be the basis for our layout. Alright, so following my sketch that I have here, I'm going to put on the bottom the bold pattern paper, which is the real pretty floral bold pattern paper. So I'm going to cut a strip of that. Oh, let's see. Let's start at 4 inches and see how that works. Now I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, so I'm going to cut off, let's see, I think I'm going to cut off 1.25 inches on one edge of that. Let's see how that works. Perfect. Okay, so I want to also round off the corners on one side of this, and I'm going to use the 1/2 inch corner rounder. And then that's going to be flush at the bottom of the striped paper. Alright. The next element that I want to add is from the back side of this floral paper. That's why I love double-sided paper. It all coordinates. Everything you get in the Club Ruby kits always coordinate. So I'm going to cut a strip of this paper. Whoops. Alright, we'll cut a strip of paper. Oh, let's make it 2.5 inches wide. Let's see how that works. Alright, and we'll need to cut off some of the length, so let's cut off 2 inches off this one. And and I apologize if I'm out of the camera. My normal video camera broke, and I'm using my regular camera to videotape. So, all right, so there we go. So we've got that piece there. The next thing I want to do is create a circle. I want to give some interest to my layout, so I'm going to remove that piece, and using the Martha Stewart circle cutter, I'm going to cut the largest circle that I can, and that's going to be 5.5 inches. There we go. Put that back. Put our page back up here. And then that's just going to add a little bit of interest to our page. Something to tie the pieces together. Alright, so let me think. I know, I want to show you guys these words. So I created these little words on my Gypsy. I just took some fonts that I had. I don't remember which fonts they were, but I just took some fonts that I thought described my cats and just welded them together and cut them out and layered them onto this white cardstock. So that's going to go, I think, there. I think my picture, ooh, that's a pretty big picture, isn't it? There. And then I have this beautiful ribbon from the club kit that I want to put there. So I'm thinking I might need something else. Oh, I know. I wanted to create a scallop border. So I'm going to create a scallop border using the green coordinating paper. So a lot of times when you're doing scrapbooking page, you want elements to repeat themselves. So in this case, I'm going to work with colors repeating themselves. So I'm going to use the same green. So we've got the green in the ribbon, the green circle, the green here, and the green on that pattern paper. So I'm going to push that aside. I'm going to get my scallop punch. Okay, and I'm going to, let's see, let's just do a scallop. And this is just a scallop punch from Stampin' Up. Just a very basic scallop punch. I don't really think I need it that long. Okay. And we'll cut that off there. And there. And I think I'm going to put that scallop punch behind this piece of cardstock. And I may move that circle. I really have a gigantic picture there, don't I? All right. Okay, so I've adhered the base layer, the striped, onto the black cardstock, and now I'm going to add the bold, actually I'm going to add the black and the scallop first. One of the things that I want to do, if you notice the cardstock has a little bit of a core showing, and that's just because it's a white core. And most cardstocks have that. So I just like to ink around the edges where I've cut just to cover up that white core. So let's see. What I want to do is add some adhesive on this side. And just going to line that up with the scallops. And it's okay that it doesn't go all the way down because that's actually going to be underneath of the other cardstock. And I'm just going to clip off the top. And go ahead and put that there. Let's remember where I had all this. That's where my sketches come in handy unless you change the sketch. Okay, so that's going to go there. Go ahead and put that down. Okay, now I'm going to ink around the edges of this floral cardstock. The same thing, it's just got the white core. And I'm not really doing it to distress it. I just want to hide that white core. And then we'll pull this down. And I'm just going to, let's see. I'm going to line it up with the bottom and that edge of the black. There we go. Alright, so now we've got that. And let's see, let's go ahead and place that down first, my words. Alright. Okay, and we'll put the circle about right there. And let's see, I'm going to put the picture of the cat. The cat's right there. And I'm going to let it hang off the edge a little bit. Before I adhere that down, I'm going to add the ribbon. Now earlier I showed you the coordinating ribbon. What I've done is I've just taken the ribbon and I've added some tape runner on the back, and using my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, I basically fold the ribbon over this way, do a little tiny staple, and then fold it back on itself, and with the adhesive there, it sticks to itself, so it makes a nice little ruffle. And if you know, I don't mind if mine kind of sticks up a little bit, but if you'd like yours to lay a little bit flatter, you could put adhesive on the front side. You could put adhesive here under each of the little folds also. So I'm going to attach that to my page, but before I do that, the ribbon that I have, it's going to go from end to end on that flowered piece of paper. So I'm not going to be tucking that under because I don't have enough on each end. But what I want to do is seal the edges so that it doesn't fray. And one of the ways you can do that is with a heating tool. So if you just take the heating tool and just go right along the edge here, you'll actually see the edges start to melt a little bit. And that will keep your ribbon from fraying. I'm going to do the other side. I've seen this done with match also, but this, I just always have this handy. Okay, so now my edges are sealed, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some adhesive down on the paper itself. I'm going to do a couple of rows since this is some thick ribbon. And I only pleated one end. I pleated kind of 3/4 of the way down. And there we go. Okay, so the next, let's go ahead and put our pictures of the kitties on. I'll do that. And I'm going to have the picture, since it's such a big picture, I'm going to have it hang off that striped paper just a little bit. And I think that'll be okay. Now I did go ahead and cut a few more circles out of the coordinating cardstock. And so what I'm going to do is just put those circles here. It seemed like it needed a little bit more added elements to that upper right hand corner. So we'll do that. And kind of offset that a bit. And I think I'm going to put a button right there in the center. So I'm going to go get some twine and we'll tie a bow in the button. Alright, so I've added the twine to the button, and we're just going to go ahead and apply the button in the center of that black circle. And we are done. So I'll give you a quick peek at the completed layout. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, Britton will be here next Tuesday, and Megan will be back before you know it. So thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks for being patient with me on my first Tuesday tutorial on Above Ruby's Studio, and you guys have a great week. Thank you.